Alright guys, so today we're going to be working on something a little bit different, and it's going to be a 97 Chevy, and we're going to be replacing this front fender, which is smashed in. The previous owner was actually my best friend, but the guy he bought it from, I guess, hit a telephone pole or something like that, pulling out of a campground or something, he said. So we are today going to get this fender off, and we have this used fender over here. It's not the exact color. It's pretty close though, so we'll get this put on and then probably take it to a local body guy that I know and just have him, potentially have him spray it to kind of fade in and match the truck. We'll see, or it'll just get left alone, but at least it won't be dented no more. So we gotta take the grill out and then prop up the hood and get all the ECU and everything else unbolted from the fender. Kind of a lot, but shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully we can get the hood though propped up, and that way we can just unbolt the hinge from the fender and leave it on the truck, because I'm by myself down here, so I don't have anyone to hold the hood while I do the swap. So we'll get this thrown on a tripod, and then we'll start taking off all the stuff underneath the hood. Alright, so we'll get started ripping the grill out, and then once we get the grill out and off, then we'll start working on taking off the ECU and all this stuff attached to the inner part of the fender, and then get the inner fender bolts out, and then we'll work on getting the fender actually off the truck. So that went off pretty easy, actually. It's because most of the bolts weren't in it because it's broke. So eventually I want to get a new grill as well. As you can see here, the radiator support took part of the hit when this fender got crunched. So hopefully we can just pull that back out and get the stuff to line up. But we might have some fighting down there with that. But overall that went pretty well. Alright, so we got most of the stuff disconnected, I think. There's one fender bolt that I think the clip's spinning. Not I think, I'm like 90% sure the clip's spinning. So I'm not sure what we'll do about that. I'm going to start taking the actual fender bolts off from the truck, but everything on the inner side, all the wires and stuff, looks to be disconnected now. There we have it. That went a lot better, honestly, than I thought it would. So I'm gonna sweep up some of the debris in here. This down here is pretty bad. We'll zoom on in here. As you can see, it's definitely not great, so the new fender might not line up too well with that. We'll have to see once we get the new fender mocked up. I think there's some clips that are missing on the new one though that I need to get onto this one, so I'm going to look at that now, and then we'll show you once we're getting the new fender put back on. Alright, so we got the new fender. We're going to try and do this as quickly and smoothly as possible. everything's pretty close. The inner fender is the only thing that looks like it's really a problem, and down here in the front, but I'm not too worried about this in the front because the rad support is smashed. So if I can get this bolt in and get the rest of this ECU stuff back bolted up and a couple of the inner fender bolts in, we're gonna call it good enough. All right, so I am soaked sweating, but got the fender on, ended up putting the trim on. I don't know if I had that when the battery died or not. Got the box in, got the bolts in. We just gotta get this grill in, and then we'll see how she looks. Got the grill in, and I want to get a new grill for the truck eventually, but right now just wanted to get the fender on. And it actually, on camera, it looks pretty decent, pretty close, but it's very obvious that it is a different color. I do have the front valance piece that goes in here, and when I take it to the body shop to have them paint the fender or fade the fender in, blend it, I'm gonna give them that as well and have them paint that, and then I'll take the bumper off and put that in. And then probably at that time I'm gonna buy a new grill for it, because this grill is broken. It has some cracks, some imperfections and stuff like that. And I'd like to get a new lens for the, get a new lens there, because that one is broken as well. So I'm gonna clean up here. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. Leave a comment below if you got any questions. I have some really cool stuff coming in the meantime. Probably next 2 or 3 weeks it should be here. Parts are on order for the Diamond. We have a whole list of things that are showing up for that this week, hopefully from Motion. And we started working on the wiring, and you'll see that in the next video. So like I said, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.